What is up, YouTube? We're underleveled. My name is Taka, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can duplicate items completely AFK. I'm talking automatically in Tears of the Kingdom for version 1.1.1. Okay, I know exactly what you're thinking. This video is super late. So many people are already on version 1.1.2. But there's two reasons why I'm making this video. The first one is, of course, for the people who haven't updated their game yet, who are still playing on version 1.1.1. But the second, and more important reason, is I want to put this method out there so that other people can take ideas from this video and make it better, so that they can find things to use this for the current patch as well as future patches. Now, we're all probably very familiar with duplicating in version 1.1.1. Is this the fastest way to do it? No. But can you do this while sleeping? Yes. So does it really matter if it takes a little longer? That is honestly up to you. For me personally, I don't really mind going to sleep and waking up to 999 copies of an item. But there is a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. Oh, and if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications. If you don't like this video, then I still suggest subscribing because we do make other kinds of content for Tears of the Kingdom that you might enjoy, so yeah. Now, I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible, but I'm also going to go into a lot of detail and going to kind of take things slowly so it's really easy to understand. It's not hard, it's just... It's not hard, but I'm going to timestamp everything so that it's just more convenient. Okay, now in order to do this, you will need two things. The first thing is a controller. Now, if you have a standard Switch, you can technically use the Joy-Cons. I just suggest using controller because it's a lot easier. Now, the second thing you're going to need is this thing. This is the Switch Up Game Enhancer by Collective Minds. Now, if you played a lot of Pokemon Sword and Shield, you might probably recognize this. Huge shout out to Austin John Plays, who we first heard about this device back in 2019. So what this device does is it allows you to connect other controllers to your Nintendo Switch, such as a PlayStation or Xbox controller. But what's nice about this is that it also has a lot of programmed macros for various games preloaded inside of it. Okay, nice, cool. What's a macro? So pretty much a macro is a programmable sequence of commands. So if you ever use a controller with a turbo button, where at a press of a button, the controller will automatically repeatedly press a button for you, that is a macro. But what's really nice about this device is that it has a setting that you can program your own macros onto it. You see where I'm going with this? So as of making this video, the Collective Minds website is currently sold out of these, but you can find them on Amazon. As you can see in the gameplay behind me, this is a clip of me auto-duplicating big hearty radishes while I was completely away from my computer and my Switch. And yes, I did have to change my shirt because green shirt and green screen is not a good idea. I did not think it through. I was just really excited to wear my Zelda shirt. And again, to be clear, this is for version 1.1.1. So as it does its thing behind me, I'm going to be going over in a lot of detail exactly how to set up your Switch Up Game Enhancer and how to set up for this duplication. It's extremely easy, but you got to kind of do it right. What's nice about this is you can also do this extremely early in the game. All you really need is your paraglider, which you get pretty early in the game within the first couple of quests. So of course, I will be timestamping everything. Alright, so we're going to start with setting up your Switch Up, pairing your controller to the Switch Up Game Enhancer device. First, go to your settings and turn on Pro Controller Wired Communication. Next, plug in your Switch Up Game Enhancer into your dock. I'm not sure if the newer model still comes with a USB Type-C adapter for the Switch Lite. Mine's did, but again, I'm not sure if the newer generations do come with it. Now press the top button on your Switch Up until it flashes blue. It's now in Bluetooth pairing mode. With the light blinking blue on the Switch Up, press the Bluetooth pairing button at the top of your Pro controller until you see the lights on the bottom moving back and forth. Shortly after, the Switch Up and controller should pair with each other, and the blue blinking light on the Switch Up should turn a solid white. Now, if your controller is already paired to your Switch and not your switch up, then go into your settings and remove the controller from your Bluetooth devices on your Switch, and then try to pair it again. Okay, cool. Our controller is now paired to our switch up game enhancer. Now, for this duplication method, we'll be using the BY duplication method. Now, if you're not familiar with it, don't worry, because I'll go over exactly how to do it. And huge shout out to whoever discovered this. I'm not sure who the first person was, but if you do know, please leave them in the comments down below. I would love to give them credit. But we've modified this to work with the switch up so that you can do this completely AFK. Sleeping, eating, you just don't want to look at your Switch anymore, it'll do it for you. Alright, next we're going to head over to the Isodag Shrine. You like how I said that really fast so you wouldn't be able to notice that I probably butchered that shrine name? Anyway, you can see that it's located here on the map. So again, you can access this shrine very early on into the game. And if you can fast travel there, that would be even better. So even if you're not going to be using the switch up for this method, this shrine we found is absolutely perfect for using the BY duplication glitch, and I'll show you exactly why in just a bit. So even though you don't have the switch up device, you can still use this video for a potential farming location. You don't have to run, you don't have to chase after your items. It's extremely easy, and again, you can get to this place super early on into the game. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go through this shrine. It's extremely easy. Again, all you need is your paraglider. And you're going to collect the 4 fans on your way to the end platform. Alright, so once you reach this point, the setup is really easy. All you have to do is grab the 4 Zonai fans and combine them together, like this. Alright, cool. Now, just place them underneath this platform, and then hit them to turn them on. Now grab the wooden board and attach it to the platform. Make sure to put it at an angle like this. So just attach it kind of like that. So here's a side view of how it looks when it's attached. You kind of want to have that little overhang. Just like this would be perfect. Again, you don't have to have it exactly like this, but kind of close, it would work. You'll find what's best for you. And then to get into the platform, you should be able to paraglide next to the platform, like this. Cool. Alright, so now that we're in the right place, we're going to be setting our switch up game enhancer to the macro recording mode. It's actually very simple, it just doesn't sound that simple, but I promise it's simple. Alright, so with your controller paired to your switch up device, press the bottom button on your switch up game enhancer until the lights turn purple and orange, like this. Now, it might not look purple and orange on my camera, but it is, and that's what you want. Next, press and hold the minus button on your controller. Again, I'll be using the Switch Pro controller, but this will work with other controllers. Just make sure to check their website for the corresponding button chart. But anyways, you'll now see one LED light up on your switch up. Congratulations, you are now in the program mode. Now, let's pick a button to record and activate the macro. Pick a button that you don't need to use. For this farm, I'll use the ZL button. From now on, I'll call this my macro button. While in program mode, hit your macro button, in my case, the ZL button. You should feel 2 rumbles and now see 2 of the lights light up on the switch up. There are 4 types of macro recording modes. You can learn more about them on their website, but for this guide, all you need to know is that we're going to be using mode number 4. So, go ahead and hit your macro button 2 more times. You should feel 4 rumbles and 4 of the lights on the switch up are now lit up. Okay, great. Now press the minus button to exit the program mode. Now your switch up game enhancer should go back to the 2 lights on top and the purple and orange lights under it. So that was pretty easy, right? Didn't take too much time. So now we're going to be programming our macro. Now, it's not hard at all, especially if you're very familiar with the BY duplication glitch. If you're not, again, don't worry, I'll be going over exactly the button inputs you're going to need to use for this method. Now, for this section, make sure to follow my inputs exactly. Now, I didn't mean for that to sound scary and difficult. It's really not. It's really easy, and honestly, the timing is not that important. It's the number of button inputs that is what you're going to have to follow. So, again, it's very easy. Don't freak out. I'll go over it slowly. But I'll explain why the number of button inputs is so important in just a bit. But for now, let me go over exactly what you need to do. Alright, now before we start recording our macro, just open up your menu by pressing the plus button, going to your materials, and highlight the item you want to duplicate. So for this, I'm going to duplicate my diamond. Now just exit back to your game by pressing the plus button again. Now, position so that your back is against that wooden tilted board that you have attached to the platform. Kind of like this. Now, your placement doesn't have to be exact as long as your back is facing the board. Now, to get the best results, make sure that your back is all the way to the board. If you stand too far forward, then there's a high chance that this won't work. So just make sure you're really far back there. Now I'm going to go over how to do the BY duplication glitch. If you already know how to do this, you can go ahead and skip to the next section. But first, we're going to start by pressing the X button to jump, and then quickly press the X button again while in midair to engage your paraglider. So again, quickly double tap the X button to jump and engage your paraglider, like this. And again, even if you're not doing this AFK, this location is probably the best location to do the BY duplication glitch, just because you don't have to climb up things, jump off things, run after your items. Everything is contained in this small platform. It just makes it so efficient. Okay, so now that you're hanging in midair, press the plus button to open up your menu. The item you want to duplicate should already be highlighted. Okay, so now you're going to press the X button to go into your hold menu. Now press the A button once to hold a single item. Yes, just one item, and I'll go over why in just a bit. Now, if you're not going to use a switch up game enhancer and not going to do this AFK, then go ahead and hold 5. It'll be a lot faster, but for this AFK guide, only hold 1. Alright, so while holding that one item, press the B and the Y button at the same time. Now, if it's done correctly, you should drop your item and your menu should close. You can go ahead and just practice the timing if you need, but you should still be suspending in midair, so press the B button once to drop down. Now, without moving at all, press the A button once to pick up the item. Don't touch your thumbstick, you don't have to move. Everything that falls in that platform is reachable from right where you are. Don't touch that thumbstick. But that's it. That's your whole sequence that you're going to be doing. It's super easy, right? Okay, we're going to be doing it again, but this time we're going to record it as our macro. Don't worry, I'll go over how to re-record in case you make a mistake. Okay, so first you're going to get into position. Again, back touching that angled board that you attached with the item you want to duplicate highlighted. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to record. So first press your macro button or your ZL button. You'll feel a rumble indicating that your macro recording has started. Now quickly double tap the X button to engage the paraglider and just hang there. Then press your plus button once to open your menu. Press the X button once to go into the hold menu. Press the A button once to hold a single item. Then press the B and Y button at the same time to drop your item and exit your menu. Then press the B button once to drop down. Without moving, press the A button once to pick up the item. You should now feel a rumble indicating that you hit the recording limit and the recording has stopped. And that's all there is to it. What's nice about this is that you only have to record that once. Even if you turn off your switch or unplug your switch up game enhancer, it will remember that macro. Just plug in your game enhancer, press your macro button, and it will start playing that macro you've just recorded. Okay, now, if you felt a rumble before finishing all of your inputs, or you didn't feel a rumble after pressing A to pick up your item, then skip to the section with the troubleshooting and tips to learn what might have happened. Now, to start your macro, all you have to do is put your back to the wall like before, make sure that the item you want to duplicate is highlighted, and just press your macro button, or in my case, the ZL button. So now you should feel a rumble, and your character will move all on its own, doing the exact inputs that you recorded. This will keep looping over and over until you stop it by pressing your macro button again. Now you can just sit back and let it run automatically. Now if something went wrong, it's not doing what it really should do, or you might have made a mistake while recording, then this is the section that you'll want to watch. I'll be going over different troubleshooting tips as well as just some general tips to give you the best success. So first, if you're still recording, make sure to stop recording by pressing the macro button again. You should feel a rumble indicating that your recording has ended. So then press and hold the home button, then press your macro button. You should feel 2 rumbles. This indicates that your previous recording has been deleted and you're now ready to re-record. Okay, so now you just finished all of your button inputs, but you didn't feel a rumble. Or you weren't done with all your button inputs and you felt a rumble. Now, this can be caused by one of 2 things. Now, the first possibility is that you might have hit an input one too many times. Now, the reason why I said to follow my inputs exactly is because the Switch Up Game Enhancer has only a limited amount of inputs in its macro recording mode. So just make sure to follow my inputs carefully. The timing doesn't really matter as long as you don't take all day long, but the number of inputs is very, very important. Also, moving your joystick counts as an input, so that might be what's happening as well. The second reason might be that the newer generations of the Switch Up Game Enhancer has a different amount of inputs allowed for the macro recording mode. We bought our Switch Up back in 2019, and while we can confirm that the newer generations of Switch Up does have a macro recording mode, we can't confirm if the space allowed for macro recording is the same as ours. But if by chance the newer generation of Switch Ups have more storage for macro recording, then you can do this a lot faster and a lot more efficiently. Now for some tips. Okay, first, bomb flowers are awesome and you can duplicate them, but you have to be careful because if they were to fall at just the right height and at just the right angle, they will blow up. And if you have limited hearts like I do, it will end your duplication session and send you back to the start of the shrine before you started duplicating. So all of your duplicated items will be lost. It has happened to me. It is very rare, but it is a possibility. With that in mind, if bomb flowers is your most used item, again, you have to be careful because once you've hit 999 items and you can't pick any more up, you will automatically start to duplicate your most used item, which in my case, as you can see, are bomb flowers. If you were to start this AFK duplication and say, go to sleep, if you were to hit 999 of that item you want to duplicate, and you start duplicating bomb flowers, again, there is a chance that you will blow yourself up and you will lose all your duplication progress. So to mitigate this, what I first do is I sell all of my bomb flowers except for maybe 5 or 10. Before I start duplicating, I drop them on the ground carefully. Then I start duplicating. So I'm not holding any bomb flowers. In case I hit 999, it'll duplicate something a little less dangerous. When I'm done duplicating, I'll go ahead and pick those bomb flowers up. So after I pick up my bomb flowers, I go ahead and duplicate them again. I make sure to save after every 100 or 200 bomb flowers in case I happen to blow myself up. I won't go back to 5 or 10 bomb flowers, I'll just go back to that 200 save point. Now with this method, you can go from 1 to 999 in a little over 2 hours. But being able to do this while you sleep, run errands, go to work, go to school, coming back to 999 copies of the item, that's actually sounds good to me. Again, this video is not just for the people on version 1.1.1. This is for anyone who wants an easy way to create a short, loopable macro. So feel free to share this video. I would love to see how other people can create various automated sequences. It would be really cool if someone could figure out how to do this with the new duplication glitch in version 1.1.2. Okay, so if you're thinking to yourself, cool, you're pretty much just thinking of more ways to be more lazy. Absolutely. And if you found this video helpful, then don't forget to hit that like button, as well as subscribe and turning on the bell for notifications for more Tears of the Kingdom content. But like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.